From Regis High School and Bill Ullman Court, we welcome you in for a conference in the Clover Belt West Conference matchup between the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers at 3-6 overall this season, 2-2 in conference play, taking on the Cadott Hornets at 5-6 overall and 0-4 in conference action. Pete Knudsen with you here courtside, or at least high above of the court, we should say, as we get ready for basketball between these two conference foes here tonight. Should be a good one between these two teams. The Ramblers are coming off a split of their holiday tournament that they just got done with, and they'll be looking to kind of bounce back a bit. They got a conference win against Fall Creek right before the Christmas holiday on the 21st of December, but since then it's been a little bit of a struggle to kind of find their footing. They have done well in conference play, however, 3-6 overall record, but 2-2 in conference puts the Ramblers at 2-2 and fourth place, tied for fourth place in conference action as well. So they're right kind of in the middle of the pack in conference games, and you know, as much as you want to win those non-conference games to improve the overall record and improve your seeding in the WIAA tournament, they're certainly in the hunt for the conference title if they can go on a little bit of a run here, and they're hoping to kind of restart that run against this Cadott team here tonight. The Ramblers, again, last conference win came in that game. It was a 74-61 victory over Fall Creek. Blake Risler led Regis with 29 points that night. And that win came 6 years to the day after the Ramblers' last home win over Fall Creek as well. So this Hornets team 5-6 on the season, but they are 0-4 in conference action so far here thus far in the 2023-2024 campaign. And they're in search of their first win in conference. Obviously, all five of their season wins are of the non-conference variety. They're kind of sandwiched in there. They had three wins rather to start the season, then a 6-game losing streak, and now a 2-game win streak that they're on currently to put them at the 5-6 overall record as they get set to start off this 2024 part of their season. They did play on Tuesday, however, against Eleva Strum, and Braden Schneider's 29 points paced the Hornets in a 66-58 victory in that non-conference matchup. Interesting thing about this matchup tonight is that the Ramblers, at least by my count, are on a 20-game winning streak against Cadott. It has been since 2013, the last time that the Ramblers lost to Cadott. Cadott swept them that season in the 2012-2013 campaign that season. So, again, through 9 games, second-year Ramblers head coach Connor Miller has the Green and White scoring an average of 55 points per game, and they're doing a great job, I think, of scoring and kind of figuring those things out. This is a young team that's trying to, again, use the talent that they have. Obviously, Blake Risler's had a great season. He's averaging over 20 points a game, but it's how do you get the other guys involved? And that's kind of part of the question. Owen Weisenberger has 15 points a game, but it's who's going to be that third guy? Who's going to be that fourth guy to really step up for Regis as well? Tonight's game marks the first time that these coaches, Coach Miller and Scholzel, have faced each other. Last season, the Ramblers swept the 2-game series against this Cadott team with a couple of pretty lopsided wins, a 63-38 win and a 73-38 win. And again, that means it's the first time to gain a win for Cadott, as we said, in 20 games against Regis as well. So that's how things set up. Regis will be in action tomorrow as well against Whitehall right back here at Bill Ullman Court. And Cadott will be at Ladysmith on Monday in their next matchup as well. So that's how things set up here for tonight. Should be a good one. We're glad to have you along with us on the Rambler Sports Network. Let's give you the starting lineups before we get the prayer and the national anthem here as well. The Ramblers will line up like this. Alex Shula will start. He's a senior at 6'6". George Walterstorff, a sophomore at 6'3", starts as well, along with Owen Weisenberger, again averaging just over 15 points a game. 5'11" junior is he. Noah Taras will also start, another 5'11" junior. Blake Risler's just a sophomore, 6'2", averaging 20 points per game for Connor Miller's crew here tonight. Starting lineup for Cadott, we'll get them as we go here. Braden Schneider will start. He will be alongside Parker Davis, a couple of juniors there. You go to Brody Burrish, who is at 6'2". He's a senior, averaging 6 points again. Jackson Barone will also start, 6'3" junior. And Nolan Blum, the 5'11" senior, is the final starter, averaging 12 points a game. Let's turn it over to Joe Roach for the announcement and playing of the national anthem and the prayer here before tonight's game.
Welcome to the home of the Ramblers and the Bill Ullman Court for this Western Clover Belt Conference game between the Cadott Hornets and your Eau Claire Regis Ramblers. We ask those who are able to please stand and remove your hats. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Lord, as we prepare for this game against Cadott, we ask your blessing on both teams and the fans who are here to cheer them on. We enjoy the competition and both teams have an intense desire to win. Watch over and protect all who have traveled to tonight's game and help everyone here to a safe trip home. We pray in the name of Jesus our Lord, amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. And now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, here is our national anthem performed by the Regis Band, directed by Matt Talley. Regis High School, Cadott High School, and the WYAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you. Now here are your starting lineups. First for the Cadott Hornets. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 0, Braden Schneider. At guard, a 5'10 junior, number 3, Parker Davis. At guard, a 6'2 senior, number 5, Brody Barish. At forward, a 6'3 junior, number 11, Jackson Barone. And at guard, a 5'11 senior, number 23, Nolan Blum. The head coach of the Hornets in his first season is Sean Schozel, assisted by Jake Barone, Oliver Jones, and Brent Chesney. And now the starting 5 for the Regis Ramblers. At forward, a 6'6 senior, number 0, Alex Shula. At forward, a 6'3 sophomore, number 1, George Wildersdorf. At guard, a 5'11 junior, number 3, Owen Weissenberger. At guard, a 5'11 junior, number 4, Noah Terrace. And at guard, a 6'2 sophomore, number 21, Blake Chrysler. In his second season,
there is your starting lineups here for tonight's game. The Ramblers will be clad in the white uniforms with black numbers outlined in Kelly green. They'll move from left to right here in half number 1. Cadott in the road black uniforms with gold numbers and lettering and trim on those unis as well, right to left as you watch them here at home on the Rambler Sports Network. Special thanks to all our sponsors for making it happen, as they do each game and every season as well for Regis Athletics. The officials for tonight's Thomas Fiedler will be the man in the middle. Dean Van Amber and Rick Thompson will be his 2 umpires here tonight. Ramblers trying to move to above 500 in conference play. There's the opening tip. We are underway, and it's quickly Blake Risler driving that baseline, and good kick here. A nice extra pass for a 3 from the wing, but it's a missed shot for Noah Terrace there, but a nice offensive board. Put back no good from Shula, and he had to give it up to avoid a over-the-back call. And Schneider will bring it up here for Cadott. Moves it on that far side for Brody Burish, averaging just over 6 points a game. Nolan Blum, 12.3 a game for him. Good movement here from Cadott early on. And they're going to be content to kind of slow things down here a bit. Out wide and left is Schneider. Just 40 seconds in, nobody on the board as of yet. Regis with a couple opportunities, but no dice as of yet. And there's a quick turnover. Brody Burish threw it to nobody in particular when somebody zagged toward the bucket. And a turnover right back to the Ramblers. So Ramblers with it here, 50 seconds in, no score here in Clover Belt Conference action. Like we said, a doubleheader girls and boys tomorrow here for Regis. So kind of limit and understand that you got to play a back-to-back basically. You're going to have fewer than 24 hours in between games as there's a miss for Weisenberger from the corner. We saw Regis, at least when I was here last, against Fall Creek right before Christmas, really doing a nice job shooting the basketball from the outside. Hit 8 threes in the first half of that game. But so far cold from beyond the perimeter. And there's a carry that's called on the leading scorer for this Hornets team in Schneider. And it'll be a turnover to Regis. Just a little bit too long on that hesitation dribble. And he earns the whistle. So far, both teams kind of feeling each other out. It's pretty slow pace to the game so far. Regis over the years, Bill Ullman and Brian Brenner coaching that up-tempo pace, but with a younger team, you just want good shots as well. It's a nice drive here from Risler. A good kick in the corner as well. Weisenberger open for three, and again, another miss there. That goes over the top of the backboard, hits one of the stanchions, one of the belts there. That'll be out of bounds. Kind of let the game come to you. Cadott seems to be content to kind of slow this contest down as well. And now they're going to break up relatively quickly here for Burish, and a good pass left side of the lane, but a wild shot from Blum miss. Offensive board put back no good. Another put back for Barone. Misses again, and Regis comes down with the rebound. So multiple opportunities there for the Hornets. Couldn't connect. Now Regis in transition. A three from the top. Another one that's too strong, this time for Terrace. And it's out of bounds off of Cadott, so it'll stay with the Ramblers. But nonetheless, it's kind of cold shooting here to start for both teams. I think the Ramblers have had some open shots. They've had maybe the better opportunities so far. Just haven't quite been able to convert as of yet. No score almost 2 minutes in. We said Cadott played on Tuesday. A win over Oliva Strum. They've had a couple days to rest and recuperate. Here's a corner opportunity, but Weisenberger passed up the shot. You start missing some of those threes, you maybe get a little more hesitant to shoot them. Risler won't be hesitant to shoot, though. That one too strong, though, as well. And the rebound for Cadott. They're going to push it quickly here. Schneider gets it up to Burish, but kind of slows it down a little bit. Now another top of the key three. That one misses wildly from Blum. And Regis with the rebound. So still looking for our first points and bucket of the game. Nice hesitation there from Weisenberger. Hands off to Walterstorff in the corner. He gets triple teamed on the drive. Get it out to Risler. Good ball fake there. This time a three. That one no good as well. And Cadott with the rebound. Parker Davis rips this one down. Still looking for our first bucket of the game. Schneider. Left wing to Blum. 6'3" is as tall as Cadott will go. They throw this one away. That pass wouldn't have been tall enough for a 6'4" kid, I don't think. There is Schneider unable to handle it right in front of the Regis student section. It's a good encouragement here from the student section, trying to get into this here. I think Cadott's doing the old sit down until your team scores thing, and now they've been sitting for almost 3 minutes. Here's Risler for the Ramblers. Trying to make a move inside. Instead, he'll go to Shula. Poked away. Nice hands there from Burish to get the steal here for Cadott. Up it comes to Blum. Blum picks up his dribble. Almost traveled there. Just didn't quite put that pivot foot down again. If he did, it would have been. Here's a nice drive in for Burish, and he'll get fouled on the play. And might not be a field goal. It might be at the free throw line that we see the first points of this game with 14:39 left in the first half.
Foul on number 0, Alex Shula. That's his first personal, first team foul.
Shula called for the foul.
Burish at the line for the Hornets, shooting 2.
Burish is first off the mark. Pretty clean game so far as well. Not a whole lot of contact. A couple guys have got it down deep in the lane, but unable to come away with anything. Burrish misses a second also. We are still knotted at 0. There's an interrupted dribble for Blum in the corner. And there's a bad pass. Man, this is about as sloppy of a start as you can get. Again, I think Regis's start hasn't been sloppy. They just missed their shots. For Cadott, they seem a little bit out of sorts, not making good decisions with the basketball right now. Let's see if the Ramblers can finally take advantage and get one through the hoop. Here's Walter Storff. Noah Terrace going to set things up. Weisenberger gets a screen. He sets back for a 3. This one's good. And the Ramblers finally on the board. 3-0 Regis. And now a chance to trap here and a good chance for a steal as well. We had a jump ball, I think. Indeed we do. The possession arrow will give it back to Cadott. But good trap there on the press for Regis. And they just kind of got Cadott into a bad spot. Recognized it. And took advantage there to earn the arrow back at least. 14:06 to go here in the first half. Cadott trying for an answer. Schneider between the wheels for Blum, and he traveled. And a turnover right back to the Ramblers. A couple of turnovers here early on, too. A lot of unforced errors for Cadott. Especially coming off that win against Levi Straume. They're still looking for that first conference win, so you'd think there'd be a little bit of energy. You're obviously on the road in Eau Claire against Regis, kind of big game for a lot of teams, and they just look a little bit lackadaisical, I think is probably the easiest way to say it here early on. Ramblers drive in Risler, around a Terrace in the corner now to Weisenberger. Weisenberger gets a screen, steps back, another 3. Oh boy, just missed. Shula had a chance at it and lost it to Burrish for the rebound. Up in transition comes Schneider. Typically when you're this cold to start a game, you got to get the ball in the hands of your best player. They need Schneider to touch this ball in this possession. He won't do it, and they're going to get a bump foul before the shot, says Dean Van Amber. And it'll be out of bounds here to Cadott. Terrace is called for his first. Ramblers have 5 guys on the bench tonight. Haven't gone there yet. Haven't really needed to. This has not been a very high-paced game yet. Play defense. They go out to the wing for a 3. That one's off the mark from Schneider, and the Ramblers do a nice job there. Weisenberger kind of tips it to himself for the rebound. 3-0 Regis. Weisenberger, rather, with the drive. Gets it to Risler in the corner. He gets reached in on. No call there. Around the wings and perimeter here near side to Terrace. Hand off to Weisenberger. Weisenberger looking for a little bit of space out to Risler. Right now, Cadott, I mean, Regis hasn't made a whole lot of shots. They're kind of content to sag off a little bit and maybe let Regis shoot. Risler, though, takes the 3. Another miss, and that's a rebound again for Burrish. A 3-0 Rambler lead, and we're almost 6 minutes into tonight's game, and that's the only bucket we saw was a Weisenberger 3 so far. There's a good flash from Schneider, but Burrish didn't see him on that baseline drive. Now Schneider's going to go again. Kicks it in the corner, a 3 to answer. Too strong, and a good rebound for Shula. And quickly in transition to Weisenberger. He puts it on the deck, drives baseline, loses it, throws it out to nobody, and now the ball just kind of pinballing around, and eventually Regis gets to it. Deflection there, so no backcourt violation. In the corner, here's Risler for 3 again. This time, no good. A lid on the bucket right now for the Ramblers. There's 11:49 left to go here in the first half. They're doing everything right. The ball's just not falling through. Here's Burrish. Davis, corner to Schneider. Well defended by Risler. Look at that defense. A steal, and then he threw it up to Weisenberger. He lost it out of bounds. They're going to say it last touch to Cadott player, though. And now we'll see a couple substitutions here, and they'll both be for the Hornets. Like Nolan Freed checked in, along with Cameron Allard. Ramblers will also head to the bench. They'll get Andrew Bursch back in there. And we got a whistle and timeout here taken by Cadott. So 30-second timeout, 11:31 left to go here in half number 1. Again, we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, couldn't do it without all the great boosters here who make Rambler sports happen, including Culver's of Eau Claire, Christo Orthodontics, All Title Services, Northwestern Bank, Hef Builders, Brackett Bar, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Oak Park Dental, Ray's Place. And got the Chilson folks as well, including Oakleaf Clinics. Plenty of folks who make it happen here for Rambler Athletics all season long. Couldn't do it without them. So 11:31 left to go here in the first half. Ramblers have been cold shooting. The Hornets have turned it over too many times here. Just haven't had a ton of opportunities because they haven't been able to shoot. Lost the ball quite a bit, thrown it away a bit. In the post to Shula here. Good movement. Weisenberger, though, shuffled his feet. Now a travel goes against the Ramblers. Mentioned the guys who came into the game here for Regis. That was Birschbeck who came in for Blake Risler to give him a quick rest. Also, Tyler Gehling has checked into the game as well here for the Ramblers. There's a good pass inside, but a deflected pass in the end. They got it to Nolan Freed, but then he tried to find another Hornet, and his pass deflected and stolen away here by the Ramblers. In the corner, Birschbeck. Right wing to Weisenberger, corner to Terrace. Weisenberger, the guy without Risler, who would likely be the guy you looked for to score, but we'll see if another Rambler steps up here. In the corner to Terrace. Terrace almost traveled again. Weisenberger catches and shoots and hits. And right now it's the Weisenberger show. 2 threes for him tonight. 6-0 Ramblers, and Cadott quickly breaks the half-hearted press there for Regis. And Jackson Barone will get the first bucket of the game here for Cadott. 6-2, Ramblers lead it. Here's Gehling. Around to Weisenberger. They got to put a little bit more close down on him. I know he can drive to the bucket, but he just showed that he can make 2 threes. You imagine they'd be a little bit more pressed up on him there, but it looked like Burish was just kind of content to sag off a little bit. Imagine Weisenberger going to keep shooting. They're going to give him some space. That time he tried to drive, though, and traveled with it. So here's a turnover right back to Cadott. Risler back into the game. Look at that steal. What a nice piece of defending. And the layup good on Braden Schneider, who just had it stolen away by Blake Risler. Beautifully done there. And again, here's that press from Regis that we've seen. You get it in the corner, that's where it's dangerous. You never want to inbound into that corner. That's exactly what they did to Schneider, but he got rid of it quickly. Avoided a steal. Almost another turnover there. Freed looked like he might have traveled. They set up an awkward pick. Boy, that looked like a moving screen there from Barone that wasn't called in the corner. Then a awkward 3 from Freed is missed. Quickly in transition here for Regis up to Weisenberger. Weisenberger, Terrace, Risler on the deck, drives, jump stop, goes up, right hand, no good, rebound, Cadott. Burish rips this one down. Hand it off to Schneider, he wants the 3 switch. Braden Schneider with his first bucket of the game. If he starts to heat up, Ramblers are going to have to get that offense going quickly. As Regis leads 8-5 with 9:08 left to go here in the half. A 3 from the wing from Risler is no good. Great find there to get it to Weisenberger. That's Tyler Gehling with a wonderful pass to find Weisenberger, who has 8 of the 10 here for Regis early on. Another good drive here. Runner floater, no good rather, from Allard. An offensive board, however. They get it out. Schneider's open 3. No good off the side. Tipped out of there by Cadott. That should be with the Ramblers, and it is. 8:41 to go here in the first half. 10-5, Regis leads. I think right now, if you're Regis, you're saying, man, we should be up by 15-20 right now with the number of shots we've missed. If you're Cadott, you're probably happy that this is only a 5-point game. It's a low-scoring game because, again, Cadott teams turned it over a lot. This time, Regis turns it over, and Schneider gets an easy layup the other way. He's got 5. 10-7 Ramblers. A little nonchalant there with those passes. Here's Risler on a drive, and they call a charge. Oh, boy. I tell you what, I thought Burish took the contact from Risler pretty well. The fact was, though, he didn't go down. And a lot of times you won't see a whole lot of that called, but maybe we'll give that to Risler for his first. I don't think it's the wrong call. I just think it's one of those that doesn't end up looking very good because the defender didn't go flying. 3 fouls on Regis, nothing on Cadott as of yet. In the officials' defense there, Regis has not driven the ball to the bucket a ton. They've been mainly shooting from the perimeter so far. Might be why there's a little bit of a foul disparity so far. 10-7, now a chance to tie it. Well, I'm not sure. That might have been a pass to Schneider. That was a really awkward shot from Freed. Freed gets it back, though, off on the wing. Now to Schneider in the corner. After Allard touched it. No, nice spin move from Schneider. He'll go up and is fouled from the side. I think they got Rizzler, and if they did, it's his second already with 7:38 left to go here in the second half. And sure enough, they do get Rizzler. And so that's going to put Regis in a little bit of a spot here. At the line, Schneider. And his first free throw is no good. Rizzler will go out. As you imagine they would have there. Gailing also out. So Shula back in here for Regis. And that free throw will fall through for Schneider. So he's got 6 points early on. And the 6-foot junior who leads this team in scoring, kind of keeping Cadott around on a night that's proved to be difficult offensively for both teams. 7:30 to go here in the half. And a 10-8 lead for Regis. Here's Terrace toward the lane. Good ball movement here. Get it out to Weisenberger. They set up a screen for him if he wants to take that shot. So they want to keep moving the ball a little bit here, do the Ramblers. Burschback driving in, misses, gets his own rebound. Now he's content to dribble it out of there. Out to Weisenberger. He puts it on the deck. Nice drive, and he's fouling on his way to the bucket. There's a good aggressive play from Weisenberger. And they'll get Freed for the foul.
Hornets foul on number 10, Nolan Freed. His first personal, first team foul. Owen Weisenberger at the line for the Ramblers, shooting 2.
Weisenberger with 8 already, give him 9. And a 3-point Regis lead. Weisenberger's been the only guy to really kind of get his offense going here. Rizzler's been a little bit frustrated on both sides of the ball, especially with those 2 fouls now. As Weisenberger hits that free throw, and just like that, 10 points of the 12 have been scored by Weisenberger. Good find here in transition, but a better deflection and steal opportunity. Harrison Haas coming into the game and getting the deflection, and now a trip from behind as Burschback is tripped on his way into the front court. And the foul is called on Riley Sopiars. Just had checked into the game. First time we saw him. Riley Sopiars is a 6'2 junior, averaging 3 points a game. And Regis has it back with 6:50 to go here in the first half. Only a 12-8 ball game so far. You'd say it's been good defense. Here's Rizzler back in there with 2 fouls. He's going to take a corner 3. He's got to make the most of this time in the game. And he'll hit the 3 to give him 5, and Regis a 7-point lead here, their largest of the game thus far. 6:30 to go here in the first half. Sopiars travels with it there on the wing. And Eau Claire will take over. 6:26 remains here in the half. Regis looking to go on a little bit of a run here. See if they can do it. Burschback around the perimeter into the corner now to Weisenberger. Oh, nice hesitation move for Weisenberger. Out to Shula in the corner. Rizzler wants the 3. It's a challenge 3, and boy, that ball almost went down. Freed gets the rebound, but Rizzler with a hand in his face almost knocked that one through. To Cadott now, trying to drive the other way, using his body a little bit, and gets the friendly roll there, does Brody Burrish. Back to a 5-point lead here for the Ramblers. Rizzler driving in, and a whistle and contact called. A foul called, in fact, and will be out of bounds before any kind of shot. You can give that to Cam Allard. And a little bit of a line change here for Regis. They're going to get Rizzler out with those 2 fouls. Don't want to risk him much more as he's given him some good minutes after picking up the 2 fouls. Weisenberger to inbound. To Burschback. Now around they go in the corner, and Weisenberger 3. That one's short, rebounded by Cadott. One thing about the 3s that Regis has taken, have not had a lot of offensive rebound opportunities on them. There's been a lot of not real good chance for a second chance. What a rebound that was inside. for Barone on the missed 3. Here's Blum. Blum with the step back long, 2 on the way. That's short. And Terrace with the long rebound here for Regis. Up to Weisenberger in transition. Weisenberger in the corner. Up they go. Driving in. There goes Walterstorff. Back he kicks it out again. Terrace from the wing. That's an open lane. The left-handed layup good for Noah Terrace. 17-10. Regis leads it. 4:58 remaining here in the first half. And a whistle and a timeout taken by Cadott. So Cadott will take a timeout, 30-second timeout as well. Again, one more chance to remind you about all the great sponsors we have and supporters we have here of Rambler Athletics. Includes Badger Truck and Refrigeration. With LP Roofing, Athletic Wellness, Performance and Recovery, Richard and Jacqueline Kopp, Pinion Hill Resources, Santa Mary Andrews, River Valley Vision, Coldwell Banker, Eau Claire Herbal Shop, and many, many others we'll talk about throughout the broadcast. 17-10, Regis with the lead. 4:50 to go here in the first half. Cadott trying to hang tough. Schneider back in there, long 2, and that'll go. And Schneider now up to 8 points in the game. Ramblers up by 5 with the basketball. Here's Weisenberger. Risler back in with 2 fouls. They'll get it out to him near the Rambler R at midcourt. And he drives in, just got called for his 3rd on a charge. You don't need to leave your feet there. It's the leaving of the feet that's a killer. And, boy, now Ramblers are in some trouble. And roll the dice a little bit, keeping Risler in there. You got to just stay away from those kind of plays. And he gets called for the charge. Boy, and you could just kind of see that one coming. 4:25 remaining here in the first half. Regis by 5, but they got their top scorer on the bench with 3 fouls here in the first half. Davis going inside, back out to Davis after the pass into Barone. From the wing, that's a tough drive. What a drive it was from Nolan Blum. His first points of the game. 4th different scorer here for Cadott, and just like that, it's a 3-point ball game. Weisenberger gets a screen, but not a lot of space to shoot. Terrace in the corner. Let's go inside to Walterstorff and send back up top to Weisenberger. Back to Terrace. Terrace driving. Walterstorff needing some help. Haas to Terrace. Regis, I think, might be content to run a little bit of clock here with their main scorer on the bench with 3 fouls. Weisenberger's pass, boy, that looked like it was a foul on the pass, but they didn't call it. They will say Cadott was out of bounds when they went to go save that one there in the corner from Blum. So it'll be back to the Ramblers. 3:33 left to play here in the first half. No chance you're going to see Risler, I think, at this point in this first half with those 3 fouls. So Regis got to figure out how to play without him. And there's a bad pass from Terrace. And a double dribble. Boy, that's, I think, a lucky call for Regis. I think the first dribble was just Davis kind of corralling that ball, but the official saw it as an official dribble. And much to the chagrin of the Cadott fans who've made the trip. 3:25 to go here in the first half. There's Weisenberger. He'll take the 3. That's good. Buries the 3 there. Does Weisenberger, his 3rd of the game. And he continues to put it on, but there's a 3 in transition. Right back for Nolan Blum. He's got 5 now, and it's 20-17 Regis. And I think Weisenberger just dribbled it off his foot. Got a little bit of pressure there from Blum. Blum's kind of come on here. He had that nice drive to get the 2, and now a 3 on the other end. And I don't think Cadott's going anywhere. We got a close one here tonight. Under 3 to go here in this first half. And the Hornets are giving the Ramblers all they can handle at the moment, especially with Risler out. Oh, it's a good idea. Good. I should say it was a good find, but Barone just couldn't handle that pass. Now a bad pass the other way. Shula might have shuffled the feet, trying to get rid of the basketball before he's called for a travel, and he throws it right back to Schneider. Schneider hands off to Blum. Gets a screen, and they are going to call a moving screen, in fact, on Jackson Barone. Barone called for his first.
Hornets foul on number 11, Jackson Barone, his first personal, fourth Hornets team foul.
The Ramblers get it back here, up by 3 with 2:30 left to go in the first half. High left Terrace now over to Weisenberger. Inside in the post to Shula. Good idea. They get it to Terrace in the corner. He wants a 3 off the front iron. No. And the rebound for the Hornets. Got a chance to cut it to 1 or maybe tie the ball game here on this possession. Blum tried to tie it. No good. Tipped out of there, and Ramblers have it. Chance for Weisenberger to break. There he goes. He switches hands and makes it. A nice job there by Weisenberger. He has led the way for Regis here tonight. Total of 15 in this first half. And a 5-point lead once again here for Regis. They've led by as many as 7 here in the game. Schneider trying to drive. Step back 2 on the way. That's too strong. Shula skies for the rebound. And Regis has it with 1:30 left in the half. A transition 3. Good! As Weisenberger still feeling it here. 4th 3 of this first half. Now Blum on the other end, and he answers. And a timeout taken by Regis. I think that time Coach Miller not happy with the transition defense there from the Ramblers. So a 25-20 lead here for Regis. And it's a full timeout as well. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the final minute or so of this first half right after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network.
Give your child a strong start with a Regis Catholic Schools education.
A student at Regis is never a number. We are a community. The chance to have a really small environment was super important for all of our kids. The kids love it here, and as parents, we do too.
I know every single person here, and it's great.
The faith aspect of it and the morals and the lessons learned, you just can't get that anywhere else.
Enrollment for the coming school year is now open. Learn more at regiscatholicschools.com.
Take on the Whitehall Lady North starting at 5 p.m. While the boys...
Welcome back in here to Bill Ullman Court at Eau Claire Regis High School. The Ramblers leading by 5, but it has been a precarious lead as they've had Owen Weisenberger really step up in this first half. He's got a total of 18 of the 25 points for Regis here in the first half. That's mainly been due to Blake Risler being on the bench. He picked up his 3rd foul with about 5 minutes to go in this first half and has been limited there on the bench. We'll see how he's able to play with 3 fouls in the second half when he gets in there, but I don't think you'll see Risler for the remainder of this first half. But I'll tell you what, Owen Weisenberger has carried the load, and he's going to try another 3. Somehow doesn't get the roll there, and we're going to get a foul on Regis on the rebound attempt. George Walterstorff is called for the push in the back on the rebound.
His first personal, 6th Rambler team
6th foul on Regis. 1:02 remaining here in this first half, and the Ramblers by 5. We said Cadott is on a 20-game losing streak against Regis. You have to go back to 2013 to see the last time that the Hornets beat Regis. They swept the season series that year, 2012-2013. As there's a Blum jumper for 2. He's been good from 3, but not 2 on that mid-range, Jay. Now Regis, they may be content to hold the ball for the final 30-plus seconds of this first half. And Terrace looking for the drive. He lost it. If he doesn't lose the ball, he might get a foul call there. And now they throw it away on the other end. So a little bit of sloppy play from both teams here to end this half. We'll see if Regis can make Cadott pay for it here as Weisenberger taking his time to get it across the timeline. He was flirting with a 10-second call there. Oh, now a deflected pass and a steal here for Schneider. Schneider into the front court, takes a bump, spins into the lane, lays it off, layup, too strong, gets it back. Oh, and he's fouled. Schneider fouled, I think, by Shula, and I think they're going to call that a shooting foul as well. Looked like he had the ball. Now, they're not going to get Shula here. They're going to get Birschbach, rather. So Birschbach called for his first foul.
Foul on number 24, Andrew Birschbach.
And the first free throw is good from Schneider. So, tell you what, it's a little bit of a swing there. Looked like Regis could hold for the last shot of the half. And just a deflected pass from Shula gets the steal to Schneider, and eventually they get to the line, and he makes both free throws. So Schneider makes them both. Just 1 second left. Long half-court heave, and that's out the backboard no from Terrace. So 25-22, Regis with the lead at the end of one. Been an entertaining first half. We'll see if Blake Risler can get in there and be effective with 3 fouls when we come back for the second half. We'll take an extended break. When we come back, we'll have half number 2 between Regis and Cadott, with Regis up 3 right here on the Ramblers Sports Network.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Regis Catholic Schools.
My name is Marianne Callahan, and I have 2 children at Regis Middle School. I believe in our Catholic schools because they provide a beautiful faith-based education for my children.
My name is Father Derek Sikowski. What makes Regis Catholic Schools unique is the combination of both strong Catholic faith and a lot of individuals, the pastors, the teachers, the administrators, the parents.
I'm Griffin Johnson. I am a junior at Regis Catholic Schools. Well, it's just a great environment here. Here at Regis is just kind of like we're just a big family.
I'm Erica Gillespie. I teach at St. Mary's Elementary in Altoona, Wisconsin. Well, I think as soon as you walk into any of our buildings, you feel a sense of family. And when you choose to send your kids here, you become part of that bigger family.
My name is Sam Rubenzer. I think the Regis family is certainly something that goes back generations, so that's something that's really wonderful. And you can see that there's a lot of camaraderie, and there's again a shared sense of identity here at Regis.
I love the education my kids receive. I love that they get to practice their faith daily here, and that it's in an environment that is just warm and inviting, and they're safe and so comfortable here.
Our kids love being at Regis because they have a sense of camaraderie with other kids that also have a Catholic faith and a Catholic moral upbringing.
The thing I love most about my school is the small class sizes that we have, because that really offers us a chance to have more one-on-one time with our teachers if we need more help with subjects.
The standards are higher, and there are great expectations for our kids to achieve, and the teachers do their best to help them do that.
Our teachers really hold us accountable for all of our academics. They always make sure we're on track, and they always make sure we're working to the best of our ability.
And the teachers really care about your child, and they will support them not only academically but spiritually, and they really go out of their way to make a connection with your child.
We are able to engage at every level of the human person every single day, in every classroom, in every subject, and that's something that you can't put a price tag on.
Well, God is at the heart of all that we do, in everything. And I think what is so great about our schools is that we strive to find ways to serve the community each year in different ways. So even our littlest learners know how important it is to share God's love with their classmates, their families, and the community.
Regis Catholic Schools is accessible to absolutely everyone with financial aid and tuition assistance. There is never any reason that somebody should not be able to go to Regis Catholic Schools.
Regis as a family does really come together and support the people that want their kids to have a Catholic education very well. They come together and provide all kinds of different types of assistance, and so you simply just need to ask for help and be available to receive that assistance.
It is so well worth it for us to sacrifice financially for our kids to come here, because honestly we don't feel like it is a sacrifice. We feel like it is an investment in their future.
But I try to give people the advice of don't look at it just from a financial perspective. Obviously, there's a lot of different options financially, so that's really important. Really try to look at, the type of education you want your kids to have.
And our teachers are very dedicated to providing the best quality education for our students, and we're there to nurture them academically but also spiritually and help them establish a foundation that's really based on morals and setting them up for success in the future.
I've witnessed the difference that Regis Catholic schools make because of how content my kids are. They are just happy to be at school here because they're in a family environment where teachers are invested, parents are invested, and everybody wants what's best for them.
Visit our website to schedule a tour. Learning today, leading tomorrow. Regis Catholic Schools.
And welcome back in here to Bill Ullman Court as we get set for the second half between Regis and Cadott here in boys basketball this evening. Again, the boys team will be part of a doubleheader tomorrow. This boys team against Whitehall, and girls will be in action as well right before them. Boys game at 6:45. Girls game, I believe, is at 5 o'clock. You can catch both those games here on the Rambler Sports Network, or, of course, you can be here in person at Bill Ullman Court. I think I saw Bill earlier tonight before the game, so good to see him out and about as well here at a Regis game. So, again, we are looking to see if Regis can bounce back a little bit. I mean, they're up by 3 points, and it's been the Owen Weisenberger show in that first half. He had, for Regis, a total of 18 of their 25 in the first half. And so for Regis, they got to have somebody else step up. We saw Blake Risler get 5, a couple for Noah Terrace. They're the only guys who scored, though, for this Rambler squad. So somebody else going to have to kind of bear the load a little bit. And we'll see if the Ramblers are able to get Risler kind of back into it here. He's actually going to start on the bench to start this second half with those 3 fouls. He picked up a charge with about 4 or 5 minutes left in that first half, and obviously didn't come back in after that. And I think Coach Miller wanted to be a little bit conservative with him just to make sure, unless things get out of hand. I would assume if Cadott goes on a run to start this half, they'll bring him in relatively quickly. But if you can maintain the lead for a few minutes here, keep him on the bench, keep him those 3 fouls from getting into any more foul trouble. I'm sure that's what the plan is here for Coach Miller. So Regis starts out with it here in the white jerseys, up by 3. And this is Walterstorff driving in, and he gets fouled on that pass to Weisenberger in the corner. That's one where you're not terribly upset that they call a foul, but you almost want them to let that one go because Weisenberger was going to be wide open in the corner, which he was. And, of course, he makes that shot after the whistle, but nonetheless, you'd almost rather them just kind of let that go and let him shoot it. But the foul is picked up by Nolan Blum, So here's Weisenberger with a 2-point jumper, a little bit strong there. And the rebound here for Cadott. Up in transition. Burish. Again, not really a quick transition team. Schneider's pushed it a couple times when he's got steals, but nobody else really going along with him. Nice handoff there. A little 2-man game inside with Blum and Barone. And Barone scores. Barone with 2, now up to 4. And it's a 1-point game. Weisenberger, again, kind of having to carry the load with Risler on the bench. Terrace driving in. Good kick in the corner, an open 3, but it's an air ball. Chucked up there by Birschbeck, and now a chance for Cadott to take the lead. Have not had the lead this entire game. Left wing 3, that is good, and there is the lead at the 16:45 mark. Burish hitting the 3. First 3 for him. 3rd different player to make a 3 for Cadott in this game. 27-25 now, Cadott with the lead. So an early run to start this second half of a 5-0 run here for Cadott. It was tough sledding for both teams offensively in that first half. Here's Weisenberger popping out to the wing, picks it up. Back out he goes to Walterstorff. He hesitates, drives in, and he is fouled. They wanted a jump ball there to Burish. He kind of tied him up initially, but he was sort of reaching from the side. And once that initial tie-up happened, then he definitely made contact. And that will send Walterstorff to the line. First for Walterstorff is good. That's his first point of the game. Chance to tie it here with his free throw, and here is Risler. So it went on a little run here, did Cadott. So what did Regis do? They bring Risler, and they're ready to now roll the dice with him with those 3 fouls. One more to tie it here for Walterstorff with 16:14 to go in this second half. And that's going to miss off the heel. Tough rebound here, and I think that was last off of Regis' foot. And they are going to give it to Cadott. Risler touched it last off his toe. And the Hornets take it back. So Cadott trying to snap a long-time losing streak against Regis. 20 game. Got to go back to 2013. See the last time this team won. Reverse layup, though, and Regis with a little Matador defense there. Parker Davis scores for his first bucket of the game. 29-26 Cadott. Regis is led by as many as 7. And again, with Cadott just taking the lead for the first time about a minute ago, this is their largest lead of the game. Here's a 3 to tie for Risler, and he hits it. Risler for 3. He's now up to 8 in the game. 29 all here with 15:35 left to play in the second half. Good game so far here tonight. In the lane, a little 2-point jumper, too strong. Offensive board, however, for Blum. Blum's put back no good. Everybody fighting for the ball. Terrace comes down with it, and a foul called. A reach in here, and the Cadott fans about to lose it right there. Foul called on Brody Burish. First player to get into 2 fouls in this game for Cadott. Kind of had the fouls spread out so far here. Have the Hornets, but the first player to pick up 2. Spin move there for Weisenberger. Kicks it back out to Walterstorff. Saves it on that right wing. Switch it to Risler. A little zone defense here from Cadott. Sagging off the defenders in the corner. Terrace for three. Oh, he got the home roll. And the Ramblers take back a 3-point lead. Terrace for three, and now Regis leads at 32-29. Starting to see some lead changes now in this game as well. Here's Schneider driving baseline. Picks it up after he gets double teamed. Inside they go. That's a tough runner, and an over the back foul I think just got called on Barone. And it's Regis basketball.
Hornets foul number 11, Jackson Barone, his second personal, fourth Cadott team foul.
So Cadott racking up some fouls here early in the second half. Regis up by 3 now and in a good spot. See if they slow it down again. Here's Risler on the wing. Risler driving, gets past Schneider. Oh, good ball fake there, and then he missed. Then he grabbed his neck like he got popped in the back of the head. Seems like he's all right, though. Schneider hesitates from the wing. Picks it up, off in the lane. There's another floater. This time it goes, though, for Jackson Barone. Barone was 6. 32-30, 31, I think. Did we mark that up there? There it is. 32-31 here, Regis. Entry pass down to the block for Shula. Terrace. Walterstorff. Risler. Risler thought about the three, picked it up, and then he threw it right into the hands of a charging Blum, and he gets a layup on the other end. Blum now up into double figures with 10, 33-32. Cadott takes back the lead. 3 lead changes already in this second half. 13:26 to go. Still plenty of time. This is going to be a good finish. Kick it out. Here's a Walterstorff 3. Almost banked it in. A little strong on that one. The rebound here for Cadott. Davis will rebound it and bring it forward. Schneider. Now Burrish. Burrish to the elbow. Blum. Cadott by 1. 13 minutes to go. Good drive here and 1. Parker Davis hit the ball well there nicely and forced Regis into a foul. Foul called on Terrace for his second. 35-32 now, Cadott. And a chance to make it a 2-possession game, and this would be, if they could make this free throw, their largest lead of the game so far as well.
Parker Davis shooting 1.
Davis will hit, and he'll complete the 3-point play. And Cadott now leads by 4, 36-32 here over the Ramblers. 12:50 left to play in this second half. In the post, and a little armbar foul called. I think they got Davis here. And that is the case. But tightened up the coverage and tightened up the fouls, I should say, in this half. And I mean, I think both teams have been a little more aggressive here, so I don't think that's necessarily ill-advised. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out in that first half. Not a whole lot of guys driving to the bucket. Seen more zone defense here as well. Skip it across here to Weisenberger. Had the more look of a 2-1-2 type of zone to it. Out in the corner, Terrace is open for 3. He got fouled and 1! A 4-point play chance for Terrace. Noah Terrace gets fouled in the act of shooting by Parker Davis. And a chance for Terrace to tie the game on 1 possession when Regis was down by 4. One of the first fundamentals right there. Do not foul a jump shooter, and that's exactly what he did. And Terrace makes him pay with the free throw there at the line. This kid only averages 6 points a game here for the Ramblers. He's up into double figures today. There's a steal. Shula with the deflection. He'll go all the way. Layup good, and the Ramblers back out in front. Shula, 6'6", and making his presence felt on the offensive side of it, defensively as well. And now Regis gets called for a foul. Looked like pretty good defense there from Terrace. But the Cadott fans, parents, bench, everybody protesting there, I think just kind of led to that one. There was Definitely not a lot of separation there. You can understand the call. Unfortunately for Regis, that means Terrace just picked up his third. So Terrace and Risler both with 3 for Regis. We've talked about it when we were here last time on the 21st, at least when I was here. The Regis bench is not terribly deep. And now a foul. Oh, boy. They got Walterstorff here. 3-point play chance. Indeed, it is on Walterstorff. And Burish gets the 2, and he has a chance to give Cadott back the lead. This will be the 5th lead change of this second half, and there it is. Burish now with 8. 39-38. Cadott now back out in front. 11:47 to go. Shula between the wheels over toward Weisenberger. Walterstorff. Terrace. Around they go, Risler. Risler looking to drive, and another charge. Another charge. Just left his feet again, didn't need to. Second time Risler's been called for a charge. And that is his 4th, and Risler's got to go to the bench. 39-38 Cadott, and now they've got the leading scorer for the Ramblers out with 4 fouls with 11:24 left. And now Coach Miller got to think, when am I going to bring him back in? I think some of that will be dictated by the game. If Regis stays around this or they go on a run themselves, you don't bring Risler until later. But if Cadott starts to go on a run here, they might have to bring him in a lot sooner than he'd like. A 3 from the right wing, too strong there from Allard, but a long rebound out to Burish, and he comes away with it. Shula had gone down in the lane on that rebound attempt. 39-38 Cadott. They have the ball and the lead. 10:50 to go. Schneider. Looking. Questioning. Gets the baseline drive. Off they go to Barone. Barone with the layup. That's good. What a find from Freed as Barone hits. He's got 8. It's 41-38 Cadott. Good team basketball right now. Here's Weisenberger to tie. That's short. And that ball pinballs around. And we got a foul on Regis. I think they called Bursch back here. And that is the case. His second. And still a 3-point lead here for Cadott with 10:26 to go in the second half. Regis going to put a little pressure on now. And almost a steal. Burschback then got to be careful to not pick up another foul. Then he gets a deflection and he gets bumped in the backcourt after he stole it away. And that is going to lead to a couple of free throws here. So we've got now a situation where it's going to be bonus for both teams basically for the rest of this game. Still one more foul for Regis to give. So Burschback's going to go to the line. The foul was called on Allard for his second. 41-38. Cadott leads, but now Regis has a chance to cut into it here at the line. And free throw shooting might end up coming down to be the most important thing here tonight. Some conversation going on here. I'm not really sure what about. It's Tom Fiedler in there letting everybody know about how to rebound, I guess. 1-on-1 opportunity here. Burschback hits. Burschback's first of the game. 41-39, one more coming. And that's going to be short. I thought Regis had a chance at the rebound there. But Walterstorff got good position, just missed it. 41-39, Cadott leads by 2. Burish off for Schneider. Corner to Allard. Schneider gets a screen, but staying with them there nicely. Schneider going to take the 2. That was a bit of an awkward shot. I'm not sure he had a great handle on the ball when he took that one. Regis Rambler rebound. We're under 10 to go. Risler's still on the bench with 4 fouls here for the Ramblers. In the corner toward Weisenberger. Weisenberger thought about the 3. Instead goes in the post to Walterstorff. Good handoff or good idea to get it to Shula. Kozen collects it, and he's fouled. Cadott arguing that they were straight up. They got Nolan Freed for the foul, his second. And to the line now go the Ramblers.
Foul on number 10, Nolan Freed, his second personal, 8th team foul.
Good job by Shula to just kind of put the refs in the position to make that call. You could easily say Freed was straight up, but everybody's trying to go fight for that ball that's down on the deck. And when you go back up with it, it's hard to say you're straight up after you've just been reaching for a loose ball on the floor. Which is exactly what happened. Here comes the second free throw. This one will go, so 1 of 2 on that trip for Shula, and a 1-point ball game. 9:34 to go here in the second half. Allard, near side toward Freed. Freed back over to Schneider, to Allard in the corner. Allard's been cold from beyond the arc. Schneider hasn't. He takes one, but he misses that one. Freed gets the offensive rebound. Back in the corner, Allard wants the three. No good, an air ball, and they lose it out of bounds. It's Regis basketball. Allard cannot find the range, and Barone couldn't hang on to it. 9:15 to go. Not even halfway through the second half yet. We got plenty of basketball in front of us with Regis trailing by 1. And again, Rizzler still on the bench. When is Miller going to go there? Good find here inside, and 1! Walterstorff staying strong through the contact. And Regis reclaims the lead. That is our 6th lead change of this game, or of the game, I should say. It's of the half as well. Remember, Regis led the entire first half. Foul was called on Freed. That is his 3rd.
George Walterstorff shooting 1.
Walterstorff's free throw is good. And Regis back up to a 2-point lead. Cadott's led by as many as 4. Regis is led by as many as 7. Contact at the other end, but there had been a steal already there for Birchback and Regis. He wants the 3 on the other end. It's a little short. Freed with the rebound. He wants the outlet up to Schneider to tie it, and the reverse layup is good. Braden Schneider. And by my count, that's his first bucket of the second half, unless I missed one in there. Now back tied at 43. Shula. Weisenberger. Floating back out near that center circle. Around they go. Terrace in the corner. Ramblers looking to take back the lead. Off on the wing. Missed a 3 just before. Did Birchback. Not going to take it again this time. Here's Weisenberger. Refuses the screen. Back out to the line. Now he'll get another one. Into the lane he'll go. Floater. No good. Tips out of there, and that will be Cadott basketball with 8:05 to go. Both teams kind of holding on to their timeouts here as well. Again, I think the question is, when is Rizzler going to get back into this game? 4 fouls, 8 minutes to go. I think we'd imagine about the 5-minute mark, somewhere in there. We'll certainly see. Allard over to Freed. Freed kicks it right side to Schneider. Schneider's had a quiet second half and a whistle and a foul. That's going to be called on Birchback for his 3rd. I'm really sure there was a ton of contact. That is the last foul that Regis had to give. So Cadott will be shooting the rest of the way now. Both teams in the bonus. Regis in the double bonus already, though. Their next time they're fouled, they'll head there for 2. 7:47 to go. Tied at 43. Allard with another corner 3. This time he hits. Boy, he's just been trying to find the range this entire game. I believe 0 for 4 before that moment. He does get the 3, though. It's 46-43. Cadott leads. Terrace in the corner. Oh, they called a double. You got to have possession to double dribble. He's just collecting the ball there. I don't think that. I mean, they called it on Cadott earlier, but it's another one where, again, in order to have a dribble, you got to have possession. He doesn't have possession. So a turnover here to Cadott. That one's a little bit of a head scratcher. Bursch picks up the dribble, hands off to Schneider, hesitates, into the lane he goes, and he is fouled hard. I think they're going to get Bursch back, and if they do, it is his 4th. Sure enough. Bursch back called, Schneider to the line. Cadott in good shape at the moment. Where they're at. First free throw. Good.
Nolan Blum into the lineup for the Hornets.
Blum going to check back in, and out will go Burrish. Haas set to check back in here for Regis as well. Schneider's free throw is short, tips out of there, and that'll be saved, but back into Regis. So a 4-point lead. This equals their largest of the game here for Cadott. And Regis is led by as many as 7. That's how close this game has been throughout the entirety of our contest. We tick under 7 to go. Cadott by 4. Walterstorff. Imagine Rizzler's getting set to come back in here with those 4 fouls. Nice pass off here for Walterstorff, and a foul is called. It was a good block from from Blum, but I think they got freed here.
Hornets foul on number 0, Braden Schneider.
Oh, Schneider, excuse me.
Personal 10th team foul.
So 2 free throws coming up here for Walterstorff. And the first is good.
Harrison Haas into the Raptor lineup for Andrew Bushback.
Walterstorff with 5 now. 6:47 to go here in the second half. 47-44. Cadott with the lead. And one more. That one's good. Gotta meet those free throws late. And we got a timeout taken by Regis. 30-second timeout. Can we take it as well? I think we can. Sure, what the heck. 6:47 left to go here in the second half. Cadott by 2, back after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network.
Give your child a strong start in our Regis Catholic Schools kindergarten classrooms.
Kindergarten is far more academic than it used to be, but even with all the curriculum that we have to do, we find a lot of ways to make fun.
My teacher's fun and she cares about me.
I appreciate the parent-teacher partnership in the Catholic schools, that the teachers are always willing to talk to the parents and make sure they're doing what's best for your child.
I love to learn with my friends.
Enrollment is now open and kindergarten spots fill quickly.
Welcome back in here to Bill Ullman Court at Eau Claire Regis High School. 6:47 to go. And we got a good finish coming up for you. 47-45. Cadott with the lead and the basketball. Regis has been right there. They've reclaimed the lead. We've had 6 different lead changes in this half. Regis led 25-22 at halftime. Here's a steal for Shula. Up to Weisenberger. He goes up for the layup, and he ties the ball game. Does Weisenberger in transition. Weisenberger with his first bucket of the second half. He's up to 20 in the game. 6:24 to go. Tied at 47. Step back 3 for Blum. That's off the mark. Long rebound. Who's going to grab it? Ball pinballing around in there, and it is a foul called. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I think if anything, you get a jump ball, but that's a loose ball. You got to let that go. I mean, that's just real ticky-tacky right there.
Riley Sopiar's shooting the bonus.
Foul is called on Regis's Harrison Haas. But the front end of the 1-and-1 misses, and that is much to the relief of Regis, and I think much to the relief of the basketball gods right there. So, it is Eau Claire Regis with it. Here's Owen Weisenberger. Corner to Walterstorff in the post. Now to Shula. Back out to Walterstorff. Good ball movement. Terrace for 3. Too strong. Shula's got the rebound, however. And Regis has another opportunity. Here's Weisenberger all the way in. Left-handed layup. Scooped is good. Owen Weisenberger with 22. It's 49-47 Regis. 5:42 to go. Near side Freed here for Cadott. Freed picks up the dribble. Off on the near side now for Blum. Blum's been a good shooter tonight. So has Allard struggled a little bit, but we know he can shoot as well. So Regis having to defend the perimeter. Certainly Haas doing a nice job on Blum right now. Out to Schneider. 5:19 to go. Number of Cadott Hornets are ready to go, and that's got to be a charge. And it is! Shula standing tall, and Schneider called for the foul. He's a little slow to get up as well. Hopefully he's all right. Not sure where he took that shot, but let's hope he's okay. Shula stood in there tall. We're going to get the Cadott players into the game. There are trainers and athletic staff here who can take a look at Mr. Schneider. Again, not sure where he took that shot, but hopefully he's all right. Let's see if maybe we can take a quick break while Braden Schneider rather is down. Hope that he is able to recover. Maybe take a break. Sure enough, we'll do that. 5:15 left to play here in the second half. 49-47 Regis back after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network. All right, welcome back in here to Bill Ullman Court. A bit of an extended break as Braden Schneider was able to walk off under his own power. It looked like he was holding kind of his chest, maybe gut area. Wonder if he took maybe a knee or a boot, something like that, as he went to the floor on that charge call that was called on him. His second foul of the game. But the leading scorer here for Cadott out with Regis up by 2. 5 minutes remaining here. And Regis might be content to just kind of hold on to the basketball. Rizzler is still on the bench with those 4 fouls as well. So both the top scorers for both these teams are out. 1 on injury, 1 on 4 fouls. Tough shot here left baseline. Oh, it pinballs around, and Shula grabs it. He gets the layup, and Regis is back up by 4. How about that possession there? And Cadott's got to kind of stick with it here. Stay the course, if you will. With Schneider out, he's still getting looked at here by the trainers. And there's not a whole lot of time left, and there's a bad layup inside by Davis. They're rolling around for the ball. Who's going to get to it? Deflected, still going for it, and they're calling a foul here? That's a jump ball. What in the world? Dean Van Amber comes in, calls a foul on Regis, I think. And there are going to be free throws coming up here for Cadott. And Allard at the line. Terrace is called for his 4th. That one makes very little sense to me. You got 4 on Rizzler, you got 4 on Burschback, you got 4 on Terrace. And they're all, these 2 of those players are on the bench right now for Regis. First free throw for Allard is in and out, and Regis rips down the board. Up by 4 with the ball, 4:20 left to play here in the second half. Schneider is still being looked at. I don't see him coming in anytime soon at the moment here for Cadott. Good give and go here from the wing, and 1! Big chance here for Walterstorff. What a find. And George Walterstorff to the line has a chance to give Regis back up to their 7-point lead, equal their largest lead of the game.
That's his second personal.
The foul was called on Blum.
The line for the Ramblers, shooting 1.
Walterstorff's free throw. In and out. Rebound Cadott. Burish up to Blum. Schneider still being checked out on the trainer's table. Blum in the lane, needs to get that shot off. Tough one, no good. Offensive board for Barone. Barone put back too strong. Rebound Ramblers. Shula with the rebound. Off it goes to Terrace. 3:47 to go. Again, we have not seen Rizzler in the second half. He's had quite a bit of foul trouble. I shouldn't say we haven't seen him. He picked up his fourth foul real quickly. Barely seen much of him at all. 3 from Regis doesn't go, and that gives Cadott the ball back here with 3:33 to go. Drive it in. Allard wants the 3. That's off the heel, no. And Weisenberger has a chance for the fast break the other way. And sure enough, he'll get the layup. Almost felt like Cadott kind of saw the writing on the wall, gave up a little bit on that fast break. And the Ramblers now lead it by 8. Allard. Barone in the corner. A 3. Way short there from Blum. Rolls around. Shula's got it. And Regis has it. They're going to slow things down, says Coach Miller, as we tick under 3 left to play. Schneider still being looked at. Not sure we're going to get to see him again in this game. See if Rizzler gets back in there. I think Coach Miller just kind of content to roll with the Ramblers he's got on the floor right now. Weisenberger gets a screen. They don't need to hurry up here, but they will because Walterstorff catches on a weak side pass there and then loses it. Nice little over the top, backdoor high-low, and misses that shot. Here's a chance inside. Shula got a piece of that on the block. Another chance, but Walterstorff rejects it. And Regis back on the ball with 2:24 left to go, up by 8. Regis with a big run here late. If I remember correctly, it was 47. Is it 47-43 Cadott? I think it's a 12-0 run right now for Regis. I have to go back and check, but a big run here late for Regis has them in the chance, in the driver's seat to come away with their 3rd win of 5 in conference play. And a whistle and a timeout from Coach Miller and the Ramblers. 1:57 to go. Cadott's got to start thinking about fouling here. Schneider has left the trainer's area but is not back on the bench, so we shall see if that all ends up going down here. I think they just took a 30, so we can keep it here. Yeah, sure enough. 55-47. Regis out in front. And again, as we mentioned before, tomorrow doubleheader for Regis girls and boys basketball. The boys game is at 6:45 against Whitehall tomorrow. Ramblers women's team will be in action at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So make sure you come on out or just check us out on the live stream for more action tomorrow afternoon. For Cadott, they will get the weekend off and they will take on Ladysmith on Monday at 7 o'clock. 1:57 to go. Regis by 8 with the basketball. Almost a steal. That was a tough pass. Davis almost got to it. Here comes Schneider back to the bench area. See if he gets back in there. He wants to get back in, I'm sure. And he's already heading over toward the scorer's table. Came at a bad time for Cadott. They now trail by 8. Here's Rizzler back into the game to the elbow. He's not going to take a shot. I think they're waiting for Cadott to foul. They got to go foul. Oh, they lost the basketball. Somebody's got to pick it up. Hornets do. Blum with it. Blum gets bumped on his way to the bucket. They'll wave off the basket, and he'll have 2 free throws coming up. 1:28 to go. So you can get up to a 6-point game, and Terrace has also been called for his 5th foul. So he is now fouled out. Subs will be allowed. Schneider back in there, so you can get this to 6 and get Schneider back in the game. Cadott, I think, would feel relatively, not necessarily good about their chances, but they'd feel like they've got a chance, right? Chip in a chair type of idea. Blum's free throw, though, is a little wild that time. He was really on fire shooting early in this game. He's cooled off since. Made a couple early threes. He misses both free throws. Offensive rebound, but it's poked out of there by Burschback, and Regis has it back up 8, 1:20 left to go. I mean, Cadott's got a foul here. And they will avoid the foul this time. Now Rizzler with it. I mean, he's got to be fouled, and sure enough, he will be. Got to extend this game if you're Cadott. Blum picks up the foul, his 3rd.
That's his 3rd personal.
Allard also ready to check back in, one of the shooters for this Cadott squad. Risler at the line. Again, just hasn't been able to get into a rhythm tonight with foul trouble. Misses the first free throw, so kind of keeping Cadott alive a little bit. And a timeout taken by the Hornets. 1:14 to go, and we'll take it with them. It's a full timeout. 55-47. Regis leads it. Back after this here on the Ramblers Sports Network.
Give your child the joy of play-based learning in our Regis Catholic Schools preschool classrooms.
The preschool programs have been great. They've been very welcoming, making sure that the kids are being kids and they're also learning.
It's just a very welcoming, safe, open, accepting place that we meet kids and families right where they're at.
It's a great opportunity for them to play with each other and work on our social and emotional skills.
Preschool enrollment is open. Learn more at regiscatholicschools.com.
Welcome back in here to Eau Claire Regis and to Bill Ullman Court as the Ramblers have an 8-point lead over the Cadott Hornets with Risler at the line to shoot another free throw out of this timeout. That free throw will go and make it a 9-point game, largest lead of the game, I should say, for Regis. Here's Schneider, took a big shot a few moments ago when he was called for a charge on his way to the ground. Hopefully he's better here now as there's a Blum three. That's good. Makes it a 6-point game, 1 minute remaining. A little surprised Cadott didn't take a time out there to stop the clock. Now Risler breaks the press. Cadott trying to get all up in their business. They wanted an offensive foul call, didn't get it. Here's Risler out high wide and left. Allard's got to foul him, and he will. 44.9 to go. Now they got to just hope for some missed free throws here if you're the Hornets. Regis in good shape if they can finish this one off at the line. They start missing free throws and things could get interesting. Risler's first, good. 57-50 Regis, makes it a 3-possession game with 44 seconds remaining. And make it 8 now as Risler's starting to find his stroke at the line. Foul trouble for him tonight, but he's up into double figures. Won't be his typical production, but hopefully, if you're a Rambler fan, it's enough. Blum driving in. Out to Schneider. Needs the three to go. It is good. And it's 58-53. Regis leads. 30.6 left. There's the timeout taken by Cadott. We'll take one more timeout with them. Come back for the final 30.6 of this game with Regis up 5 after this on the Rambler Sports Network.
Give your child a strong start with a Regis Catholic Schools education.
A student at Regis is never a number. We are a community. The chance to have a really small environment was super important for all of our kids. The kids love it here, and as parents, we do too.
I know every single person here, and it's great.
The faith aspect of it and the morals and the lessons learned, you just can't get that anywhere else.
Enrollment for the coming school year is now open. Learn more at regiscatholicschools.com.
Welcome back in here to Bill Ullman Court. Regis High School, the site of this Clover Belt West matchup. Regis trying to move to 3-2 in conference and stay at least in 4th, maybe climb up a spot or two in the Clover Belt West standings. They're on the way up by 5, but they need some good free throw shooting here down the stretch. Here's Weisenberger with it, 27-26. Still going here. Dangerous pass to Risler. He'll get a bump. I don't think that Freed was really trying to foul him, but that is exactly what Cadott needed. And they went for the steal, but time's a ticking. 22.4 left.
Freed, his fourth
I mean, again, Cadott needs everything to go right. They need some missed free throws. They need every 3 to go down here. They've had 2 in a row go, but Regis is hitting their free throws at least up until that point, because Risler misses the first. So it's going to be a 2-possession game regardless of what happens on this free throw attempt, unless Ramblers can get a rebound here and keep the ball, maybe go back to the line. Risler's second will go, make it a 6-point game, 59-53. Schneider into the forecourt, 20 with 19. He's got to go. Looking for the handoff. No space. Out it comes to Freed. Freed's going to go to the bucket. He'll go in, take a little bump, runner good, 4-point game. Clock continues to run. They got to take a timeout. Did they not have one? There's a foul. Got to be taking a timeout there to stop the clock. I mean, in college basketball, you get under a minute, the clock stops. But that's why you see coaches in high school take a timeout, because I mean, you can burn 5 seconds before you inbound the ball even.
Hornets foul on number 23, Nolan
So unless they're out of timeouts, which they may be, that's going to send Risler to the line. And I mean, even if he doesn't make either of these free throws, this game is pretty much on ice. But he'll make one for good measure, make it a 5-point game. And now it's a foregone conclusion at this point. Regis going to come away with a win tonight, 61-55, 4.6 to go. Cadott fought hard, but it'll be 21 games in a row now here for the Ramblers. Schneider will take it across the timeline, take a long 3, and that'll do it. 61-55, our final here tonight. So what a game it was for the Ramblers. A nice job by everybody all around, but especially this Regis team. I mean, they, I think, showed up, showed out. They outscored Cadott by 3 points in each half, 25-22 in the first, 36-33 in the second. Weisenberger over 20 points, into double figures went Risler tonight. Again, he was limited by foul trouble, but a good game in all for Regis. So Regis improves now to 4-6 overall, 3-2 in conference play. The Cadott Hornets drop to 0-5 in conference play, 5-7 overall. Regis in action tomorrow against Whitehall. Both teams, the girls and the boys, play in Whitehall. Girls start at 5, boys right after that. You can catch all that right here on the Rambler Sports Network. A lot of fun. I think I'm back with you on January 30th, so a little bit of break. I'm sure you'll have plenty of folks to take you along for the next couple weeks here in Rambler Sports. Special thanks to Zane Cullinan for providing our production for tonight's game. For everybody here, I'm Pete Knutson. Your final score from Bill Ullman Court and Regis High School. It's the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers 61 and the Cadott Hornets 55. Chris Connor, I'm rounding third and coming for home.